Hear ye, bows are back. Or have they ever really left? From the 90s to early 2000s, even up to 2025, bows have been a timeless obsession, not just for kids, also for adults. And honestly, I'm here for it. When I was a kid, all I wanted was to be a grown-up. I'd ditch anything girly in hopes to be seen as serious and mature. But now with this whole coquette aesthetic blowing up, I'm starting to see the beauty in fully embracing femininity without guilt. It's about reclaiming that playful, girly part of ourselves we might have pushed away while still owning who we are today. I just want bows on bows on bows on everything. Clothes, food, shoes. It's a nostalgia-fueled trend and I'm obsessed with it. But where do we even start? With the classic hair bow. There are thousands of tutorials out there on how to make a basic bow. So I went hunting on the interwebs for some bow designs that are simple but a little less common. I ended up picking 3 styles I think I can pull off without losing my mind. First, starting off simple with this ruffled butte from Anthropology. Next, a sleek thin bow with pearls. I am going to swap the pearls for beads though, just because it will be a little more interesting. Finally, I'm going to make a subtle, handsy design, perfect for anyone who wants to add a little whimsy to their look. Enough talk, let's get started. I'm in a summery mood, so I've picked out these green gingham pattern fabrics for this project. Gingham is a true summer staple and they complement any outfit, so it's impossible to go wrong with this one. First up, let's lay the main fabric out flat. We want 2 rectangles from this about 40 inches long by 3 inches wide. So I started by measuring out 40 inches, then mark the spot by making a little cut. Then along the other end at 3 inches, cut and rip away. Once you've got your 2 pieces, press out the wrinkles, then cut diagonally at the end. I measured in about 3 inches, then cut, cut, cut. Put that aside, then pull out the fabric you want to use for the pleats. The piece I have is about 70 inches long, so I'm going to rip out 4 strips that are 1 inch wide. Go to the machine and stitch the strips together. This will give me around 280 inches of length to work with when combined. Iron all the wrinkles out, then fold the strip in half and press it flat. Now fold in some pleats. I completely eyeballed this process, so I can't give you exact measurements here, but I aimed for about 1/2 inch folds. Pressing it down as I go, I got something like this. I ended up using a little butter knife to help keep the pleats as even as possible. Once the entire strip is complete, run it through the machine to keep the pleats in place. Starting in the middle, sandwich the pleats in between your main fabrics, pin it in place, then take it to the machine. Stitch all around, leaving an opening to bag it out. Give the whole thing a good press, then stitch that opening closed. On to the next. I have this beautiful mermaid-esque fabric that I think would make a perfect hair accessory. So laying it flat, I'm cutting out 1 strip that's about 40 inches long and 2 inches wide. Cut out 2 pieces of string about 42 inches long. These will be used to turn the tubes we make inside out. I cut one out in yellow and one in blue for demonstration purposes. Place the string onto the fabric like this, then stitch it down right here. Take it to the machine, change whatever you got there to a zipper foot. Then fold the fabric in half, wrapping around one of the strings, then stitch all the way down right along that string. Use some pinking shears to cut the seam allowance down, then turn the tube inside out by pulling it along the yellow string until it encases the blue string. Once that's done, just cut the yellow string off. You can now pull the blue string out, but I want a more structured tie, so I'm keeping it in place. This fabric frays like crazy, so instead of stitching, I'm just going to cinch the ends shut. For the beads portion, we're going to start by feeding a needle and thread through 1 bead, then tying a knot, locking the bead in a loop. Feed the rest of the beads through the needle, then just stitch it on however way you'd like. I just looped it into the fabric a bunch of times. Do the same thing on the other end, then you're done. Now for the one I'm most excited about. I've had this on my list of to-dos for years, but never got around to doing it until this very moment. I'm obsessed with anything shaped like a hand, so this is just right up my alley. For the pattern, draw out a little hand on some scrap paper and cut it out. Trace it onto the bad side of the fabric on either end, connect it with a straight line, then cut it out twice. Each rectangle ended up being about 40 inches long. Place them good side facing good side, then pin it in place. Straight stitch it down on the machine, leaving a little opening to bag it out. Use some pinking shears to cut down the seam allowance, then cut some slits around the fingers. The rest is pretty straightforward. Just turn it inside out, give it a good press, then stitch the opening shut. I'm gonna do all of that off camera, so get ready for the reveal in 3, 2, 1. Cute, cute, cute. Let's break these down individually. First up, the ruffle one was way too short. Tying a cute bow was just impossible. So I ended up using a little elastic in the middle to make it look presentable. So if I were to do this again, I'd add about 10 inches to the final length, so I have enough to tie it around my hair. Since this one isn't really wearable the way I intended it to be, I have no choice but to give this a low rating of 3 out of 10. For this one, I just don't love the ends. Up close, they're just super sloppy. This fabric is a fraying machine, so I definitely prioritize structural integrity over aesthetics. So if I were to remake this one, I would 100% choose a different fabric. Something a little softer, like a cotton or a silk. I honestly won't be gravitating to this one much, so I'll also be giving this one a low rating of 3 out of 10. Last but not least, my favorite of all time. I have absolutely no notes. The itty bitty hands are just so damn cute. I can't wait to make more of these in every color of the rainbow. So of course, without a doubt, this one gets a rating of 10 out of 10. And there you have it, 3 totally different, 3 totally adorable bow hair designs, each with their own vibe. Whether you're going full ruffle or keeping it sleek and simple, or rocking something funky and unexpected, there is seriously no wrong way to wear a bow. So if you've been side-eyeing the coquette trend or unsure if you can pull off all the girliness, let this be your sign. You absolutely can. Put bows on your hair, clothes, cat, toaster, I don't care. Just have fun with it. Be extra, be nostalgic, be as ridiculous as you like. It's all about joy, creativity, and wearing whatever makes you feel nice. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you try any of these, definitely, please, please, please tag me. I want to see all your bow masterpieces. Until next time, stay cute, stay crafty, and stay sane. Bye!